Transsexualism is a condition in which an individual identifies with a physical sex that is different from their biological one. A medical diagnosis can be made if a person experiences discomfort as a result of desire to be a member of the opposite sex, or if a person experiences impaired functioning or distress as a result from that gender identification. Transsexualism is stigmatized in many parts of the world, but has become more widely known in the Western culture in the mid-late 20th century. Concurrently with the sexual revolution, the development of sexual reassignment surgeries, it remains controversial. However, discrimination and negative attitudes towards transsexualism often accompany certain religious beliefs or cultural values. There are cultures that have no difficulty in integrating people who change gender roles, often holding them with higher regard, such as the traditional role for two-spirit people found among certain Native American tribes. Transsexualism was discussed in the mass media as long ago as the 1930s. The American magazine Time in 1936 devoted an article to what it called hermaphrodites, treating the subject with sensitivity. It described the call by Avery Brundage, who led the American team in 1936 Summer Olympics in Berlin, that a system be established to examine female athletes for sex. Two athletes change sex after the games. Although many transsexual people are modest about their bodies and are found in all walks of life and professions, transsexual women are commonly featured in pornographic works. When depicted without having undergone a sex change, they are usually referred to as she-males. While some preoperative trans women call themselves and others like them she-males, the term is regarded as offensive by many transsexual people. Films depicting transgender issues include Crocodile Dundee, Transamerica, The World According to Garp, The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, and The Crying Game. The film Different for Girls is notable for its depiction of a transsexual woman who meets up with and forms a romantic relationship with her former best friend from her all-male boarding school. Two other notable films depict transphobic violence based on true events. Soldier's Girl, about the relationship between Barry and Carpelia and Wishel's subsequent murder, and Boys Don't Cry, which had Hilary Swank in it. Transsexual people have also been depicted in some popular TV shows. In Just Shoot Me, David Spade's character meets up with his childhood male friend who has transitioned into living as a woman. Transsexual people, it's really kind of awesome, at least here on YouTube. I find that there's a big gay group on YouTube, a lot of transsexual people here on YouTube who are really popular. A lot of gay people are really big on YouTube, and I think that's so amazing that there's some source where they can really be themselves and be out there, like Chris Crocker, like Johnny Boy, like B. Scott, like Jeffree Star. There's all these people who are just such amazing leaders as far as really showing themselves in a normal light, and in the fact that they do have talent and they are humans and they have emotions, and the fact that there's actually a group of people that care about transgender people and gay people who love them and believe that they have talent is an amazing thing, and something that I haven't seen a lot in the mass media. you know, it's getting better with the transgender community as far as really being more expressive in Hollywood, but there's still a long way to go with that. And I mean, even in everyday life, just speaking from personal experience, you know, I straighten my hair, I get dressed, I do my normal thing, and people look at me and they're not sure if I'm a man or a woman, or, you know, what I am or who I am. And it's really, it's hard. It's hard, and people can be so rude and so hateful, and it's hard in this world to be yourself if being yourself is different than the majority. And all I have to say is, if you are transgendered, I just have to say I have the utmost respect for you. I think that that takes an amazing amount of courage, of strength, and not only respect for yourself, but for everybody else. And I think that that is such a hard thing to do, and I commend any transgendered individual who has stepped up and who's being who they want to be. I think that's one of the hardest things in life, is to bring out the person on the inside and bring them on the outside. I think that that's one of the hardest things to do. So I commend you all.